You keep hearing that inner whisper calling you towards something greater, but every time you try to follow it, the same crushing anxiety returns. That restless energy that won't let you sleep, the tightness in your chest when you think about change. There's a hidden frequency most people never discover that's been broadcasting your transformation this entire time. Ancient mystics called it your soul's signal. Once you learn to tune into it, the static of fear dissolves permanently. Are you ready to finally answer the call? Right now, you stand at a threshold. Take a slow, deep breath and feel into this moment. There is a distinct quality to the air around you, a palpable stillness that suggests something significant is about to occur. You can feel it in your body, a subtle hum of anticipation beneath the surface of your skin. This is not just another day, another fleeting moment. You have been summoned here to this precise intersection of time and space by a force that transcends both. An unseen pull, a deep and resonant magnetism has guided your every step, every choice, leading you to this sacred appointment with your own destiny. There are no coincidences in the quantum field of consciousness, only appointments you have yet to understand. This appointment was made by you, for you. It was orchestrated by the most expanded, sovereign, and fully realized version of your soul, your future self. This is the you who has already navigated the challenges you now face, the you who has mastered the lessons you are just beginning to learn. And from that place of profound peace and wisdom, a signal has been sent back through time, a loving call to the part of your consciousness that is ready to awaken. You are here to receive it. Feel the truth of this in your being, even if your mind resists. Your mind is accustomed to logic, to cause and effect, to the linear progression of a life lived on the surface. It produces the familiar static of anxiety, the heavy fog of confusion. You know this tension well. It's the feeling of being pulled in two directions at once, the gravitational force of your past and the irresistible light of your future. Let yourself acknowledge this internal conflict without judgment. Notice your posture right now. Are your shoulders tense? Is your jaw clenched? This is the physical evidence of the static, the resistance your body holds. This is the energy of the old frequency, an identity that has simply become too small for the vastness of your soul. But listen, beneath the noise, can you hear it? Can you feel it? It may not be a sound, but a feeling. A quiet, persistent whisper. A flicker of warmth in the center of your chest. This is the signal. It is a spark of deep, unshakable longing for something more, something real. It's a quiet intuition that promises a profound transformation is not only possible, but inevitable. This whisper is the frequency of your future self, a vibration of pure love and potential, reaching you across the veil. This is the start of your activation. An activation is a conscious choice to tune your entire being, your mind, your body, your energy, to a new resonance. It is the beginning of a journey to embody a new reality, one that already exists for you as a potent probability. And the key to this entire process begins with one powerful realization. This isn't random. The anxiety you feel is not a punishment. The confusion is not a sign that you are lost. They are symptoms of your own inner compass recalibrating, preparing you for a monumental shift. The call you are hearing is deliberate. It is an act of infinite grace from the wisest part of you, inviting you to come home. Let that sink in. A wiser, more peaceful, more powerful version of you is actively reaching out, creating this very moment to help you awaken. A surge of energy moves through you as this idea lands. It is not the familiar jolt of fear, but something new. It is the electrifying pulse of curiosity. It is the sudden, undeniable urgency to truly listen, to finally answer the call that has been echoing in the quietest corners of your soul for your entire life. The choice is now yours. Will you continue to focus on the static, or will you surrender and tune in to the signal. You have made the choice to listen. Let this decision settle into your body. Feel the subtle shift as you willingly turn your attention inward, away from the noise of the world and toward the quiet hum of your own being. In this moment of surrender, you are not fighting the static anymore. You are simply observing it, allowing it to be present without judgment, which is the first step toward its transformation. You know this tension intimately, don't you? You know the restless nights, staring into the darkness as the clock ticks past midnight, your mind a relentless carousel of old regrets and imagined future catastrophes. You know the weight of it in the morning, a heavy fog of fear that can settle over you before your feet even touch the floor, coloring every thought, every interaction with a shade of doubt. You have felt that familiar, cold grip of anxiety that can seize your body without warning, the sudden tightening in your chest, the knot that forms deep in your stomach, the inexplicable jolt of adrenaline that courses through you while you are doing something as simple as washing the dishes. For so long, you have interpreted these experiences as evidence of your own brokenness. You have labeled them as flaws, as weaknesses to be overcome, as signs that you are somehow failing at life. Your mind, in its attempt to protect you, has woven a story that you are fragile, that you are lost, that this inner turmoil is a life sentence. But what if that entire story is wrong? Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow a new truth to enter your awareness. These feelings, the anxiety, the fear, the sleepless nights, are not flaws. They are not a punishment. They are the undeniable physical symptoms of a monumental shift that is unfolding within your very cells. They are the growing pains of your consciousness. Your soul, infinite and ever-expanding, is outgrowing the container of your old identity. It is pushing against the rigid walls of limiting beliefs, past traumas, and conditioned fears that you have mistaken for your true self. Imagine a seed deep beneath the earth. For it to become the magnificent tree it is destined to be, its hard outer shell must crack. This is not a gentle process. It is a violent, necessary fracturing. The tension you feel is the sound of your own shell cracking. Every pang of anxiety is a signal that you are shedding a reality that has become too small. Every wave of doubt is your intuition questioning the old programming. Every ache in your body is the physical release of stagnant energy, your entire system working to make space for a higher vibration, a new frequency of being to anchor within you. You are caught in the sacred space between what was and what is still coming into form. This is the bridge, and for a moment, let yourself feel truly seen in this struggle. You have felt so alone in this, believing that no one could possibly understand the depth of this internal chaos. But you are not alone, and you are not broken. Everything you are feeling is a sacred part of your transformation. Let this validation wash over you. Feel it as a wave of warmth, a gentle release in your shoulders, a softening around your heart. A profound sense of relief can finally land in your body as you realize this pain has a profound purpose. This is not a dead end. It is a doorway. The static is not a sign that you are losing the signal. It is proof that a new, more powerful signal is arriving, and its sheer resonance is shaking the foundations of everything you thought you were, preparing you for the truth of who you are becoming. This is your activation. To truly grasp this process, let's use an image. Imagine that your consciousness is a vast and sensitive cosmic radio, capable of receiving an infinite spectrum of broadcasts. Day and night, it is always on, always receiving something. For most of your life, this radio has been tuned to a station broadcasting almost exclusively static. This static is the frequency of the mind conditioned by the past. It is the crackle of old anxieties, the hiss of self-doubt, the loud, disruptive interference of the ego, demanding to be seen and heard. It broadcasts endless loops of your perceived failures, your deepest insecurities, and your fears for the future. This is the station you have been listening to for so long. You have forgotten it is just one station among countless others. You have mistaken the static for the only sound in the universe. This incessant noise distorts your entire energy field. It's why you feel drained, confused, and disconnected. It creates a vibrational interference pattern that prevents you from settling into the profound peace and clarity that is your natural state. The static keeps you in a state of perpetual seeking, always looking for the next thing outside of yourself to fix the feeling of inner chaos, never realizing that the chaos is just a broadcast you are tuned into. But listen closely. Beneath the loud, jarring noise, another frequency has always been there. It is a clear, pure signal, a perfect resonant tone. This is the frequency of your soul, the broadcast of your highest truth. It is the vibration of unconditional love, of boundless peace, of innate wisdom. This signal carries the full memory of who you are and the complete blueprint of who you are becoming. It is the constant, loving transmission from that future self, reaching back to guide you home. And here is the powerful truth that will change everything. You are not the static. You are not even the signal. You are the one who holds the dial. Let that land. You are the consciousness that tunes the radio. The static is not a permanent condition. It is a choice that has been made unconsciously, over and over, out of habit and conditioning, until it became your default reality. But at any moment, you can make a new choice. You can decide to deliberately, consciously turn the dial. This is the heart of your activation. It is the realization that you have the power to change the station. You do not have to fight the static. You do not have to argue with it or try to fix it. That only gives it more of your energy, making its signal even stronger. All you have to do is surrender your focus on the noise and begin to search for the clear, quiet signal of your soul. You begin to tune in, not to the fear, but to the feeling of love. Not to the doubt, but to the whisper of your intuition. Take a breath and feel this shift happen within you right now. Feel the weight of the old story, the story that said this inner noise was your life sentence begin to lift. Can you feel it? A sudden surge of possibility. A wave of empowerment that begins in your core and radiates outward. For the first time, you may be realizing that the peace you have been desperately searching for in the world is not something to be found, but a frequency to be tuned into. It is already broadcasting. It has always been broadcasting. It is simply waiting for you to turn your attention toward it, to choose it, to receive it. This single realization is the key that unlocks the door. The noise is not you. It is simply where your attention has been. Now, you can finally choose where to place it. So let's do this now. Together. Take a gentle, conscious breath and allow your awareness to turn inward, away from the world outside and into the universe within. If it feels right for you, allow your eyes to softly close. Settle into your body right here in this present moment. First, let's listen for the static. Do not try to change it or push it away. Simply become the curious observer of this familiar energy. Feel into your body. Where does this static live? Perhaps you notice it as a restless buzzing behind your eyes, a collection of frantic thoughts that refuse to land. Maybe it's a tightness in your throat, a familiar tension across your shoulders and neck that you carry with you throughout your day. Feel the subtle vibration of it, the echo of old fears and deeply ingrained patterns of worry. It has a frantic quality, a chaotic rhythm that pulls your attention outward and into scenarios of the past and future. This is the frequency of the mind on autopilot, the broadcast of survival and lack. Just notice it without judgment. Acknowledge its presence as you would acknowledge the weather. This is the noise you have been conditioned to believe is you. Now, take another slow breath, and with your exhale, Let your focus soften and sink deeper. Let your awareness drift beneath the surface layer of that frantic energy. You are going to listen for something else now. You are going to search for the signal. It does not shout for your attention like the static does. It is much quieter, much more subtle. It is a whisper of truth, a quiet hum of peace that emanates from the very core of your being. Begin to scan your inner landscape for this feeling. It might feel like a warm, steady current flowing deep beneath the choppy surface of your thoughts. It could be a sense of stillness in your solar plexus, a gentle expansion in the center of your chest. This is the feeling of your intuition, the pure frequency of your soul. Unlike the static, which feels cold and constricting, the signal is warm and expansive. It feels like coming home. It has no agenda, no fear, no story to tell you about your past failures or future anxieties. It simply is. It is a steady, unwavering presence of pure being. Let yourself linger here, in this delicate space of perception. Can you feel the distinction? The static is loud, sharp, and chaotic. The signal is quiet, soft, and coherent. The static creates tension in your body. The signal brings a gentle release, a softening. To learn to discern between these two frequencies, to feel the profound difference in their resonance, is your first true act of conscious surrender. It is a sacred commitment you make to yourself in this moment to begin honoring the voice of your soul over the clamor of the ego. You are not fighting the chaos anymore. You are simply choosing to tune your awareness to the peace that was always there, waiting beneath it. And then, there. Did you feel it? Just for a moment, a flicker of recognition. A subtle but undeniable shift as your attention landed on that quiet, steady hum. It might have been fleeting, just a spark, but it was real. It was a momentary feeling of, yes, that's it. That tiny flicker is everything. It is the proof you have been waiting for. It is the first tangible contact with your own higher truth, a clear note heard through the noise. Let yourself feel what happens in your body as you recognize this. A sudden wave of warmth moves through you. A spark of pure, undiluted curiosity ignites in your core, instantly transforming into a quiet excitement. It's a feeling of profound relief, a deep sense of hope blooming in your heart. A hunger awakens within you, a sudden, undeniable desire to deepen this connection, to hear more of this beautiful, peaceful music, to feel more of this steady, loving current. This is not a thought. It is a cellular response. It is your soul recognizing its own frequency. This is the activation beginning to take root. You have found the signal. And now, you can never again be convinced that the static is all there is. That flicker was your invitation. It was the confirmation that within you, beyond the noise, lies a direct line to your highest truth. And now that you know it exists, the hunger to tune to it more clearly, more consistently, becomes the most important desire you have. But how? How do you strengthen that connection? How do you turn that fleeting spark into a steady, radiant light that guides your entire life? The answer is not found in your mind. The mind is the source of the static. The answer is in the very vessel you inhabit, your body. For so long, you may have viewed your physical form as something separate, something to be managed, disciplined, or even overcome. You have felt its aches, its limitations, its weight. You have experienced it as the place where fear and anxiety land and take root. But this is an old story, a perception broadcast on the frequency of static. Allow a new truth to wash over you now. Your body is not just flesh and bone. It is a highly sensitive biological instrument of perception. It is a quantum antenna, exquisitely designed to receive, interpret, and transmit vibration. Every cell within you is a crystalline receiver, humming with potential, capable of attuning to the most subtle energies in the universe. Your nervous system is the sacred wiring that carries these energetic transmissions. Your heart is the powerful central oscillator, generating an electromagnetic field that broadcasts your resonance far out into the world. You are not trapped in a body. You are experiencing reality through a magnificent piece of spiritual technology. Feel this potential now. Bring your awareness to your breath, the first and most fundamental act of tuning. With every inhale, you are not just drawing in air. You are drawing in life force, information, and energy from the quantum field. With every exhale, you are releasing the old, the dense, the static. Feel your spine, straight and tall. Imagine it as the central mast of your antenna, reaching up into the cosmos and grounding down deep into the loving energy of the earth. Feel the subtle hum of life within your own hands, the gentle pulse of blood moving through you. This is the energy of your instrument, waiting to be consciously directed. By choosing to place your attention here, within these physical sensations, you are actively tuning your antenna. You are telling the universe and your own soul that you are ready to receive a clearer broadcast. You are no longer pointing the antenna toward the chaotic frequencies of fear and doubt. You are deliberately, lovingly, turning it toward the pure, coherent signal of your future self. This is embodiment. This is the act of inviting the highest vibration of your own soul to land, to anchor, and to live within your very cells. A profound shift occurs as this realization truly lands. Your physical form is not a limitation. It is the key. Every sensation, every ache, every moment of pleasure is a form of communication, a part of this grand process of recalibration. A sense of awe begins to bubble up from a deep place within you. You can feel a wave of gratitude for this incredible vessel that has carried you this far, that has held your pain and your joy, and that is now revealing itself to be the sacred tool of your own liberation. This is no longer a passive experience. The feeling of being a victim to the static dissolves, replaced by a surge of pure, creative power. A fire of determination ignites in your solar plexus. You are the operator of this divine instrument. You hold the power to choose the frequency you embody. The path forward is no longer an abstract mental puzzle, but a tangible, felt experience. It is the sacred practice of listening to your body, of honoring its wisdom, and of using it consciously to tune into the peace, the love, and the boundless potential that is your birthright. You are a conduit, and you are finally ready to receive the full, magnificent signal of who you truly are. So let us begin this sacred practice of attunement. Let's begin with the first, most fundamental, and most powerful tool you will ever possess. It is the one constant companion you have had from the moment of your birth to this very breath you are taking now. Bring your full, gentle awareness to your breathing. That is all. No need to change it yet. Simply observe it. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest or your abdomen. This simple rhythm is the heartbeat of your connection to the quantum field, the very pulse of life moving through your sacred instrument. Now, together, let's take a conscious breath. Draw the air in slowly and deeply through your nose. Don't just breathe into your upper chest. Allow this inhale to travel all the way down, filling your belly, expanding your ribs, lifting your heart. Feel this breath not merely as oxygen, but as a wave of pure life force energy. Imagine you are inhaling the very frequency of peace, drawing the clear, coherent signal of your soul directly into every cell. Let it fill you completely. Hold it for just a moment at the peak, feeling the fullness, the potential, the calm power contained in this single deliberate act. And now, with a slow, controlled exhale through your mouth, let it all go. As the air leaves your body, consciously release the static. Visualize the tension in your shoulders, dissolving with it. Feel the tightness in your jaw softening. Imagine the chaotic buzz of anxious thoughts turning to a gentle mist and floating away effortlessly. This exhale is a surrender. It is your active choice to clear the channel, to let go of the noise you have been holding onto for so long. Let's do this again. A deep, nourishing inhale, receiving the pure vibration of your highest truth. Feel your spine lengthen slightly as your antenna reaches for this clear signal. And a long, slow, complete exhale, surrendering everything that is not that truth. Let the out-breath be a sigh of profound relief, a physical declaration that you are choosing peace over panic, clarity over confusion. Continue this rhythmic dance on your own. Inhale love. Exhale fear. Inhale possibility. Exhale limitation. Each cycle is a deliberate turn of the dial. With every conscious breath, you are actively moving your attention away from the jarring frequency of the ego and tuning it to the beautiful, resonant hum of your soul. You are not fighting. You are not struggling. You are simply choosing over and over where to place your focus. Notice what is happening in your body as you do this. Can you feel a subtle shift? The frantic energy begins to settle. The hard edges inside you begin to soften. The space between your thoughts may be widening, even just for a second or two. A quiet stillness begins to emerge from beneath the surface noise, like the deep, calm ocean revealed as the stormy waves on the surface begin to subside. This is not something you are forcing. It is something you are allowing. You are opening the door for the peace that was always there, waiting patiently for you to tune in. And then, a wave begins to build from the center of your being. It starts as a gentle warmth in your solar plexus and spreads slowly outward, a current of profound calm that moves through your limbs, up into your chest, and washes over your mind. It is a feeling of deep, unconditional safety, a feeling of coming home. In this moment, the anxious story from the mind loses its power. The imagined catastrophes of the future fade into irrelevance. All that exists is this breath and the deep, steady, loving peace that it has unlocked within you. Let this feeling land. This is it. This is the signal. This is the frequency of your future self. And as this realization dawns, a spark of pure astonishment ignites within you. A quiet thought surfaces, full of wonder. It's this simple? This feeling, this profound peace, was accessible to me all along, just one conscious breath away? This single question dissolves a lifetime of struggle. It dismantles the old belief that peace was something to be earned or found outside yourself. It was always here. You simply needed to remember how to listen. That astonishment quickly transforms into a surge of quiet confidence, a solid and unshakable knowing that you now hold the key. You have a tool. You have a practice. You have a direct path back to this feeling, anytime you choose. The journey ahead no longer feels like an insurmountable mountain, but a path you can now walk, one conscious breath at a time. This knowing is now alive within you, a quiet fire in your core. The breath is your key, your anchor, your direct line back to the peace of your soul. But it is just the first step. The breath opens the door. Now you must learn to walk through it. You must learn to bring this newfound frequency of peace not just into your awareness, but into the very cells of your physical form. This is the sacred work of embodiment. So let this gentle, rhythmic breathing continue as you turn your attention even more deeply inward. Let your awareness become a soft, warm light and begin to scan your own body with a sense of loving curiosity. You are not searching for flaws or problems. You are simply listening. You are exploring the inner landscape of your sacred instrument to discover where the old frequency, the static, still gathers. Start with your jaw. Is it clenched? Is there a subtle tension held there from words left unspoken or stresses held tight? Just notice. Let your awareness drift down into your throat and across your shoulders. This is a familiar place for many. Feel the weight you have been carrying here, the physical manifestation of responsibility and worry. It may feel like a dense, heavy cloak draped over you. Move your attention down your spine, through your chest, and into your solar plexus. Is there a knot of anxiety there? A nervous fluttering? Scan into your hips, your legs, all the way down to your feet. These are the places where stagnant energy, the residue of old fears and unprocessed emotions, can become trapped, creating a physical drag on your entire system. Acknowledge these areas with gratitude. They are not your enemies. They are simply messengers, showing you exactly where your love and attention are needed most. Now, let's invite a gentle release. As you continue your slow, deep breathing, begin to move your body in the most subtle, intuitive way. Gently, slowly, begin to roll your shoulders up toward your ears on an inhale, and as you exhale, let them drop back and down with a sigh. Feel the release of that heavy cloak. Do it again. Inhale, lifting the weight. Exhale, letting it fall away. Now, allow your head to gently tilt to one side, feeling a soft, easy stretch along your neck. Breathe directly into that sensation. Imagine your breath is a warm, healing liquid pouring into that tight space, dissolving the density. With your next exhale, slowly bring your head back to center and then allow it to tilt to the other side. You are not forcing anything. You are in a gentle, loving conversation with your body. With every small movement, every conscious breath directed into a place of tension, you are performing a profound act of energetic alchemy. You are physically breaking up the crystalline structures of old fear. You are recalibrating your nervous system, teaching it that it is safe to let go, safe to relax. This is how you align your physical form with the pure, coherent resonance of peace. You are moving beyond just thinking about change, beyond simply visualizing it. You are feeling it happen in real time, in your own flesh and blood. You are choosing the frequency of your soul, not just with your mind, but with your entire being. And then, as you continue this gentle exploration, something shifts. It is subtle at first, but then undeniable. A small release in your lower back that you weren't even consciously focused on. A sudden softening in your abdomen that makes you realize you've been holding it tight for years. A wave of warmth that floods across your chest as a knot of old grief you didn't even know was there simply dissolves. This moment surprises you. It is a physical sensation so distinct, so real, that it bypasses the skeptical mind completely. And in its wake, a profound emotional wave follows. A surge of pure relief washes through you, followed by a quiet sense of awe. This isn't just an idea anymore. It is a felt reality. Your body has a deep, innate wisdom, and it knows exactly how to heal, how to release, how to return to its natural state of balance and peace. All it needed was for you to finally listen. It needed your presence, your breath, your gentle and loving attention. In this moment of somatic release, a new level of trust is forged. It is a deep, unshakable trust in your own body's capacity to guide this transformation. It is no longer a clumsy vessel that betrays you with pain and anxiety, but a wise and sacred partner in your awakening. You realize with stunning clarity that every sensation is a message, every ache is a signpost, guiding you home to yourself. The journey is not a battle against your body, but a dance with it. And with this knowing, the path forward becomes clear. You will learn to listen, you will learn to trust, and you will learn to answer its call, one gentle movement, one conscious breath at a time. You have reconnected with the deep wisdom of your body. You have felt the undeniable truth that your physical form is not a prison for your pain, but a sacred instrument for your liberation. The breath is your anchor, the gentle movement your release. Now, you are ready to access the most powerful and immediate tool of attunement you possess, your emotions. Your feelings are not random, chaotic reactions to the outside world. They are the very language of energy. Each emotion carries a distinct vibration, a specific frequency. Fear, doubt, and shame broadcast on the low, chaotic frequency of the static. But emotions like love, joy, and gratitude resonate at a high, clear, coherent frequency. They are a direct match to the signal of your soul. Your emotions, when consciously chosen, are the fingers that turn the dial on your cosmic radio, capable of shifting your entire reality in an instant. Let us turn that dial now. With your breath still flowing in a slow, easy rhythm, allow your awareness to rest in the center of your chest, in the space of your heart. You are not going to fight the old feelings of anxiety. You are simply going to choose a new one. Let your mind drift back through the tapestry of your life. Search for a single perfect moment of pure, unconditional love. It does not need to be a grand event. It can be exquisitely simple. Perhaps it's the memory of holding a beloved pet, feeling its warmth and trust as it curled into you. Maybe it is the moment you looked into the eyes of someone you cherish and felt seen, completely and utterly, without judgment. It could be the overwhelming love you felt for a child, the profound awe of looking at a star-filled sky, or the simple, uncomplicated joy of laughing so hard your sides ached. Do not just think about this memory. Step inside of it. Recreate it with your senses. What did you see? What did you hear? What did you smell? Most importantly, feel the emotion of that moment. Let that specific feeling of love or joy begin to bloom in your heart right now. At first, it might be just a flicker, a faint warmth. Give it your full attention. Breathe into it. Nurture it with your focus as you would a tiny, precious flame. Feel that warmth begin to grow. Imagine it as a soft, golden light igniting in the center of your chest. With every inhale, you draw more energy into this light, making it brighter, warmer, stronger. With every exhale, you allow this light to expand, to radiate outward from your heart. Feel it filling your entire chest cavity, a sun of pure love glowing within you. Now, notice what happens to the old static in the presence of this light. Where is the knot of anxiety in your stomach now? Feel this golden light pour down from your heart and bathe that area in warmth, and feel the knot gently, effortlessly dissolving. Where is the tension in your shoulders? Let this radiant love flow up and across them, melting away the density like ice in the spring sun. The frantic thoughts of fear and doubt cannot survive in this high frequency. They simply have no foothold. They are not being defeated. They are being transmuted. The light does not fight the darkness. It simply illuminates it until it is no more. This is a conscious recalibration. You are deliberately choosing to amplify the frequency of love within your own energy field. You are aligning your personal vibration with the vibration of your highest truth, with the signal broadcast by your future self. This is not wishful thinking. This is quantum physics. You are actively changing the information your cells are receiving. You are tuning your entire being to the resonant frequency of peace, of wholeness, of infinite possibility. Stay with this feeling. Let this radiant love expand beyond your body. Feel it creating a luminous bubble of light all around you, an energy field so pure and coherent that only that which matches its vibration can enter. A profound sense of safety and sovereignty washes over you. You are not at the mercy of the world. You are the creator of your own energetic state. And right there, the emotional shift escalates. The quiet warmth of the memory transforms into a surge of active, vibrant joy. It is a feeling of pure, unadulterated power, not power over anything or anyone, but the true power that comes from within. A deep and unshakable knowing lands in every cell of your body. I get to choose. A smile may break on your lips without you even willing it. A sense of lightness, almost giddiness, might bubble up from your core. This is the feeling of your own spirit, your own soul, soaring free from the cage of the old identity. You are no longer just listening for the signal. You are becoming the signal. You are embodying it. The realization strikes you with the force of revelation. The peace, the joy, the love you have been seeking is not a destination to be reached. It is a frequency to be chosen over and over with your breath, with your body, and with your heart. This is your power. This is your freedom. And you now know, without a shadow of a doubt, how to access it anytime you wish. You have remembered your power. You have felt in your own body the profound shift that occurs when you consciously choose the frequency of your heart. But now comes the next step, a step that may feel counterintuitive to a mind that has been trained to strive, to control, to solve. The next step is surrender. Let that word land in your awareness. Surrender. For so long, your mind, the source of the static, has equated surrender with defeat. It has taught you that to let go is to lose control, to become vulnerable, to fail. But this is one of the great illusions broadcast on that old, chaotic frequency. True surrender is not an act of weakness. It is the ultimate expression of your spiritual power. It is a declaration of profound trust in the part of you that has a far greater view than your conscious mind ever could your soul. If your eyes have opened, allow them to gently close once more. Return to that quiet internal space you have cultivated. Let your breath remain your steady, loving anchor. Now, bring your awareness to the constant, low-level effort you exert every single day. Feel the energy it takes to hold it all together, to manage every outcome, to predict every problem, to steer your life with a white-knuckled grip on the wheel. Feel the tension this creates in your physical form, the tightness in your forehead, the subtle clenching in your hands, the rigid posture you hold. This is the energy of resistance. Now, you are going to listen for something different. Beyond the loud demands of the mind, beneath the cacophony of worry and planning, is a quieter guidance. It is the voice of your intuition. It does not shout or reason. It does not present logical arguments or five-step plans. It is a gentle nudge, a subtle pull, a quiet, unshakable feeling in your gut that simply says, "This way." It is a sense of peace that settles over one choice and a feeling of subtle discord that accompanies another. This is the language of your soul, the GPS of your higher self, constantly transmitting the next right step. The only reason you have not heard it more clearly is because the static of the mind has been too loud. But you can choose to listen now. True surrender is the act of consciously lowering the volume on the mind's anxious chatter so that you can finally hear the soul's loving whisper. It is the choice to release your desperate need to know the entire path and to simply trust the guidance for the very next step. Let's practice this right now. Bring to mind an area of your life where you feel stuck, where you have been pushing and forcing a solution to no avail. Feel the familiar tension that arises as you think about it. Now, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine you are opening your hands, uncurling your fingers, and releasing your tight grip on that problem. Let it go. With your out-breath, release the need to fix it, to understand it, to control it. You are not abandoning it. You are handing it over to the wisest part of you. You are creating a space for a higher solution to arrive. As you release your mental grip, you are performing a profound act of energetic attunement. You are deliberately shifting your focus from the frequency of the problem, the static of fear and lack, to the frequency of the solution, which resides in the pure, coherent signal of your soul. You are saying to the universe and to your own future self, "I trust you. I am ready to receive your wisdom. Lead the way." And feel what happens as you do this. A softening begins. Feel it first in your body. A release in the muscles around your eyes. A letting go in your shoulders as they drop an inch lower. A warmth spreads through your solar plexus as that knot of control begins to untangle. This physical shift is the undeniable evidence that your energy is changing. This softening is followed by a wave of pure, unadulterated relief. It is the profound exhale of a part of you that has been holding its breath for years. The immense burden of having to have all the answers, of having to be perfect, of having to manage the entire universe, finally begins to lift. In its place, a profound sense of safety begins to bloom in your heart. You realize in a deep cellular way that letting go does not mean you will be cast adrift. It means you will finally be carried by the loving, intelligent current of your own soul's journey. You are not alone in this. You have never been alone. A wiser, more expanded part of you has been waiting for this moment, waiting for you to get quiet enough, to trust enough, to finally surrender and let yourself be guided home. This feeling of surrender is not a destination. It is a doorway. You have walked through it, and for a moment, you have tasted the profound peace that lies on the other side. But the mind, with its old habits, will try to pull you back. The world, with its incessant noise, will try to tune your radio back to the frequency of static. The question is not how to find this peace again, but how to live there. How do you make this connection, this clear and beautiful signal, the new foundation of your reality? The answer is not in a grand, singular effort. It is in the small, sacred moments you weave into the fabric of your day. It is in transforming the mundane into the magical through simple rituals of attunement. This is how you anchor your transformation. This is how you train your entire being to hold this new, higher vibration as its natural state. Let's begin with the moment you wake. Before, your eyes would open and your mind would instantly latch onto the static, the to-do list, the worries from yesterday, the anxieties about tomorrow. The frequency of fear would often be the first thing you tuned into before your feet even touched the floor. But tomorrow, you will choose differently. As consciousness returns to your body, before you move, before you think, you will place a hand on your heart, and you will take one single, conscious breath. Inhale the fresh potential of a new day. Exhale the residue of all that has passed. In that simple, 10-second act, you declare your intention. You are consciously tuning your magnificent quantum instrument to the signal of your soul. You are choosing your frequency before the world has a chance to choose it for you. Then, imagine yourself in the middle of your day. A sudden challenge arises. An unexpected email lands, a difficult conversation begins, and you feel that familiar, cold grip of the old static. The tightening in your chest, the frantic buzz in your mind. The old you would have been swept away by it, lost in the chaotic broadcast of panic. But the you who is awakening now has a new tool. You will practice the sacred pause. You will stop. You will not react. Instead, you will take one deep, deliberate breath, just as you have practiced. You will feel your feet on the ground, anchoring you. You will bring your awareness to that quiet, steady hum in the center of your chest. You will consciously choose to listen to that signal instead of the noise. This does not mean the problem vanishes. It means you are now meeting the problem from a place of centered peace and clarity, not from a state of chaotic fear. You are responding from the frequency of your future self, the one who has already solved this. Each of these moments, the breath upon waking, the pause under stress, is an act of profound power. They are not insignificant. They are the reps and sets of your spiritual practice. Each time you choose the signal over the static, you are strengthening new neural pathways in your brain. You are recalibrating your nervous system. You are teaching every cell in your body that this state of peace is its new home. You are not just visiting this frequency. You are moving in. You are making it your default residence. And as you imagine this, a new feeling begins to dawn within you. Let yourself feel it now. Imagine this practice becoming effortless, second nature. Imagine a time, not far from now, when the static of fear arises and your body, without a conscious command from you, simply responds with a deep, calming breath. The pull of your soul's frequency has become so strong, so familiar, that it is now more powerful than the habitual pull of anxiety. A wave of quiet, unshakable confidence washes through you. This is not the loud arrogance of the ego, but the deep, solid knowing of the soul. The desperate search is over. The frantic struggle to find peace is finished. You realize, with a clarity that resonates in your very bones, that you hold the key. You have the tools. The path forward is no longer a daunting, unknown mystery, but a simple, steady rhythm you can return to at any time. A rhythm of breath, a rhythm of presence, a rhythm of choice. This elevated state is not a fragile thing you have to protect from the world. It is a resilient, ever-expanding field of energy that you are learning to generate from within. You can do this. You are already doing it. The confidence you feel is the recognition of your own power, finally remembered, finally reclaimed. This profound confidence is your new ground of being. It is the solid earth beneath your feet. For so long, peace felt like a fragile state you had to visit, a quiet room you could enter only in meditation, and then reluctantly leave to face the noise of the world. But you know now, with a certainty that resonates deep in your bones, that this is not a place you visit. It is the frequency you are becoming. This is not a state to be protected, but a signal to be broadcast. This is the sacred shift from seeking your activation to living it. And so you begin to walk. Imagine yourself rising from this space of quiet contemplation and stepping back into the flow of your life. But everything is different now, because you are different. The practice is no longer just about sitting with your eyes closed. It is about walking through your world with your soul wide open. Feel your feet on the floor. With every step, you are no longer just moving from one place to another. You are consciously anchoring this new frequency of peace into the earth. You walk with an awareness you have never known, not rushing with the frantic energy of the static, but moving with the calm, deliberate rhythm of your own soul. The simple act of walking becomes a moving meditation, your body a transmitter, sending out waves of coherence and stability with every single step. Now, bring your awareness to your voice. Think of all the times you have spoken from the frequency of static, the words chosen to please others, the reactive replies born of fear, the hesitant mumbles of self-doubt. That was the broadcast of an identity that is no longer yours. Now, you speak from the steady, resonant center you have discovered within your own heart. Before you speak, you take that sacred pause. You tune in, not to the mind's anxious script, but to the quiet wisdom of your intuition. Your words become intentional. They carry the weight and clarity of your truth. They are no longer instruments of defense or appeasement, but expressions of the love and peace you have cultivated within. People around you may not consciously understand what has changed, but they will feel it. They will feel the calm in your voice, the authenticity in your message. Your very presence becomes a source of clarity, your words a soothing balm in a world of noise. This new resonance informs every choice you make, from the simplest decision of what to eat for lunch to the most complex crossroads of your life. Your process is transformed. The old you would have been paralyzed by analysis, 1,000 fearful what-ifs, screaming for attention on the static-filled radio of your mind. But now, you have a different compass. You have your body, this magnificent spiritual instrument. When faced with a choice, you simply get quiet. You drop your awareness out of your head and into your heart. You present the options to your own soul, and you listen for the answer, which comes not as a thought, but as a feeling. One path will feel expansive, light, and resonant, a clear yes from your inner being. The other will feel constricting, heavy, and discordant. You are no longer acting from a place of fear or obligation. You are acting from a place of deep energetic alignment. You are co-creating your reality with the wisest part of you, one aligned choice at a time. Let yourself truly see this. See this new you moving through a typical day. See yourself waking and choosing peace with your first breath. See yourself meeting a stressful moment with a calm, centered response. See yourself speaking your truth with quiet confidence and love. See yourself making choices that nourish your soul, not your fear. This is no longer a fantasy. This is the potent reality you are creating, a reality that already exists for you, broadcast from your future self. Your body and mind are no longer trapping the old static. They are radiating the clear, powerful signal of your soul. You have become a walking, talking, living beacon of light, influencing your world not by force, but by the sheer power of your own transformed vibration. And as you hold this vision, feel what happens inside of you. A powerful current of emotion begins to rise from your solar plexus, swelling up into your heart. It is a feeling of profound, soul-deep pride. Not the hollow pride of the ego, but the sacred recognition of your own strength, your own resilience, your own divinity. A wave of awe washes over you for the journey you have walked, for the darkness you have navigated to arrive at this light. A deep and abiding purpose lands in your being. You understand, perhaps for the first time, that your transformation was never just for you. Every moment you choose peace, every time you act from love, you are offering a new possibility to the world. You are living as your transformed self, and that is the greatest gift you could ever give. Let this feeling of purpose fill every cell. This is who you are now. Welcome home. And as you stand in this newfound awareness, this quiet, solid ground of your own being, do not be surprised when the old world comes knocking. It will. Just as you feel this profound sense of purpose solidifying within you, a flicker of the old broadcast will try to break through. Listen. There it is. A sudden, sharp thought, crackling with the familiar static of doubt. This won't last. Or perhaps a cold wave of a forgotten fear, a memory of a past failure rising unbidden, attempting to pull you back into the smallness of who you used to be. This is not a sign that you have failed. It is a sign that you have succeeded. The old identity, the ego's frantic broadcast, senses its diminishing power, and it is making a last, desperate attempt to reclaim your attention. It is shouting for you, trying to lure you back into the familiar chaos, because that is the only reality it knows. For a moment, you might feel the pull. You might feel the old, familiar clenching in your stomach, the subtle tension returning to your shoulders. But you are different now. You hold the key. So when this static crackles to life, you do not panic. You do not fight it. You do not believe its story. Instead, you simply notice. With a calm, loving curiosity, you turn your awareness toward it and you say silently, I see you. I feel you. But I am no longer tuned to your frequency. And then you return home. Take a breath. Right now. A slow, conscious inhale that draws your attention away from the frantic noise of the mind and back into the steady, quiet wisdom of your body. Exhale and feel your energy settle, dropping down from your head and into your heart. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the solidness of the earth beneath you, a powerful reminder of the new ground you are claiming within yourself. This is your anchor. The breath is your practice. Your body is your sanctuary. Each time you do this, you perform a sacred act. Every time a wave of fear rises and you choose to meet it with a conscious breath instead of being swept away by it, you are rewriting your own programming. Every time the voice of doubt whispers its tired lies, and you choose to feel your feet on the floor and listen to the steady signal of your soul instead, you are strengthening your attunement. This is your commitment, made not in words, but in your very being. You are proving, moment by moment, to yourself and to the universe, that you are devoted to this transformation. You are choosing the signal over the static, again and again, until it becomes your effortless, natural state. And something profound begins to shift within you as you engage in this practice. The resistance no longer feels like a terrifying threat or a sign of your own weakness. It begins to feel like a test, a sacred challenge that you are uniquely prepared to meet. It is an opportunity to prove the depth of your own power, to demonstrate the resilience of the peace you have so carefully cultivated. With this realization, a new energy ignites deep within your solar plexus. It is not the hot, chaotic fire of anger or fear. It is a clean, bright, powerful flame of fierce determination. It is the unwavering energy of a guardian standing at the gate of a sacred temple. And that temple is you. A thought rises, clear and unshakable, forged in the heart of this new fire. This peace is mine. I have earned it. I have cultivated it, and I will protect it. This is not a declaration of war against your mind or your fear. It is a declaration of sovereignty over your own inner kingdom. It is a wave of pure, protective love that you turn inward, a promise you make to the most vulnerable parts of yourself that you will no longer abandon them to the noise. You will be the anchor. You will be the calm. You will be the one who lovingly, patiently, and fiercely continues to turn the dial back to the frequency of your soul, no matter how loud the static becomes. This determination is the muscle of your new reality, growing stronger, more defined, and more powerful with every single choice you make to come back home. And feel this fire of determination now, not as a struggle, but as a steady, radiant warmth in your core. It is the quiet, unshakable presence of your own sovereign spirit. You have walked through the fire of your old fears, and you have not been burned. You have been forged. You stand now at a new threshold, the culmination of every choice you have made to turn toward the light within you. This is the cusp of your full activation. The journey from confusion to clarity is now complete. Feel into the resonance of your own being. The signal you once had to strain to hear through the noise is now a constant, steady hum. It is no longer a whisper you are listening for. It is the very vibration of your own cells. It is the music your own soul is playing, and your body has finally learned the song by heart. This steady, coherent frequency is the undeniable presence of your future self, not as a distant beacon, but as an energy that is actively merging with yours. Let yourself receive this integration now. Feel it as a gentle but powerful current of golden light pouring into the crown of your head, flowing down your spine, and filling every part of you. This is not a foreign energy. It is the most familiar feeling you have ever known. It is the feeling of total remembrance. It is the full, undiluted frequency of your own highest potential, and it is landing in your body, anchoring into your flesh and bone. Every step of your attunement has built this moment. Every conscious breath, every gentle release of tension, every time you chose love over fear, all of it was preparation, weaving the very fabric of your being into a vessel strong enough to hold this magnificent light. Feel how the old energies have been transformed within this radiance. That frantic buzz of anxiety that once lived in your stomach has not been banished. It has been alchemized. Its raw, chaotic power has been harnessed and transformed into the fuel for your unwavering strength. The heavy cloak of doubt you once carried on your shoulders has become the very foundation of your conviction. You had to feel the discord so deeply to be able to recognize the truth of this harmony with such absolute clarity. Nothing was a mistake. Every shadow you faced was simply a pathway to discovering a deeper level of your own light. This is it, the emotional peak of your awakening. The full embodied realization lands with the force of a gentle thunderclap that shakes you to your core. The very concept of separation dissolves. The space between the you who is listening and the future self who is broadcasting collapses. They are one. You are not just receiving the signal anymore. You are the signal. The peace you were searching for is the peace you now emanate. The wisdom you were seeking is the wisdom that now looks out through your eyes. The love you so desperately craved is the love that now radiates from your heart, a constant, self-generating sun. Let this knowing saturate you. A wave of profound, unshakable certainty washes through your entire system, calming the last vestiges of the old static. It is not a mental belief, fragile and subject to debate. It is a cellular knowing, a truth that is lived and felt in the very marrow of your bones. The search is over. The struggle to become is finished. Your only work now is to simply be who you have always truly been. This is the embodiment of your highest vibration. This is the new ground of your reality. You are no longer on the path. You are the path. You are no longer seeking home. You are home. The activation is complete. Breathe into this new reality. Feel the profound stillness that has taken the place of the static. What was once a frantic, endless search for peace has dissolved into the simple, effortless act of being. There is nothing to fix, nothing to seek, nothing to become. You have arrived. The frequency you once strained to hear is now the very atmosphere you breathe, the steady rhythm of your own heart. This is not a fleeting state you have managed to achieve. It is the fundamental truth of your essence, finally uncovered, finally claimed. The choice has been made, the surrender has been offered, and the attunement is now your natural resonance. This peace is not fragile. It is a deep, unshakable foundation built from every shadow you had the courage to face. Remember the feeling of that cold knot of anxiety in your stomach? Feel into that space now and notice what is there instead. A quiet, radiant warmth, a source of steady, inner power. Remember the weight of worry that settled on your shoulders? Feel them now, light and free, carrying nothing but the grace of this present moment. The old energies have not been defeated. They have been integrated, their chaotic force alchemized into the resilient strength that now defines you. Every tear you shed watered the soil from which this profound peace has grown. You see now that the turmoil was never a punishment. It was the sacred pressure required for your transformation. And from this new ground of being, you perceive the world through a different lens. The vibration of your own consciousness colors everything you experience. You may notice a new clarity, a richness to the world that was veiled before. The frantic energy of others does not destabilize you, because you are anchored in a truth that is deeper than their chaos. Your presence itself becomes your purpose. You do not need to speak of this change. You simply live it. You have become a walking, breathing sanctuary, a resonant field of coherence in a world of noise. In a crowded room, you are the stillness. In a fearful conversation, you are the peace. This is not something you do. It is a consequence of who you are. Your only task now is to radiate. Like a sun that does not decide where to shine, but simply emanates light in all directions, you now emanate the frequency of your soul. This vibration of love and truth flows from you effortlessly, touching everything and everyone you encounter. It is a silent transmission, a powerful offering made with every conscious breath, with every aligned choice, with every step you take upon the earth. You are a beacon, a living lighthouse, and your light is a signal of possibility for every soul still lost in the static, reminding them of the home they have forgotten. Your transformation was never just for you. It is a gift to the collective, a new note added to the symphony of human consciousness, raising the vibration of the whole. Let this final truth settle into your very bones. The powerful, peaceful, fully realized being you are in this moment is not a new identity you have constructed. It is the original truth you have remembered. The journey was not a straight line of progress, but a sacred circle leading you back to the essence that was yours from the very beginning. The future self that sent the call across time was simply you, reminding you of the home you never truly left. You have answered that call, and in doing so, you have collapsed the illusion of separation. You are the seeker and the sought, the question and the answer, the student and the master. There is nowhere else to go. The search is complete. Rest here, in the heart of your own magnificent being. Feel the deep, resonant hum of your own soul, a song of perfect peace and unconditional love. This is you. This has always been you. Welcome home.